Hey everyone, hope you all are doing well in this crazy ass energies that we are in right now, post the eclipse of March 29th. It's been a lot of planets hanging around in Pisces. That's what's creating all this ups and downs that we are experiencing right now. Anyway, I wanted to personally touch base with all my listeners. I'll be doing some series of voice notes like this going forth so that there is a more personal touch to the podcast. Otherwise, it's just AI based podcast with a packed learning system. You see, there's a lot of depth and breadth of knowledge which is being shared. I'm making it with the help of artificial intelligence and voice notes. Um, the reason being it can pack in more knowledge, although I have to, kind of see each and every draft of what it's cooking up because as much as we like to dream of that artificial intelligence is the new heaven on earth or something like that, it isn't. It needs to be polished a lot. It makes a lot of errors, more errors than we choose to, at least at the moment. So I have reviewed all the drafts, just so you know. It's not like it is blindly published using artificial intelligence and a voiceover. So just pay attention, take notes, and I hope the learning is beneficial to you guys, whoever is listening, whoever is learning from these podcasts. Okay, so this particular voice note is about the Panchanga system. Now, this channel, as you might have realized, is more focused on the self and how the self is embodied in the human personality. And therefore, I'm taking a modern psychological approach also, bridging the Myers-Briggs model and the NLP model and the four temperaments model, all kinds of model, Enneagram model. There are lots of different kinds of bridges that I have tried to build in conjunction with the Vedic astrology. That is bringing it to the zodiac, bringing it to the nakshatra specifically. Probably this is the only channel which has got the largest number of nakshatra devoted to it, but it is only from the personality aspect point of view because the soul, as much as there are so many people like to talk about soul, the soul is an abstraction. It is embodied only through the human personality. Whenever a soul has to arrive here, it has to arrive in the physical form, in a particular lineage, in a particular family, race, culture, and so on and so forth. So it is better that we use the self as embodied self within the shield or within the womb of personality itself. And that's the study and that's the effort here in this channel. So the interest of the young person who's coming and visiting this channel would be best served by understanding the personality of what drives them subconsciously, what drives them as a person, the innate drives, what you unconsciously are moving towards proactively, reactively, and so on. So I suggest when you are studying this Panchanga series, which is what this voice note is all about, I suggest when you study the personality using these podcasts of this channel, first always begin with Panchanga. Always, always, always. Because the Panchanga is the angular study of sun and moon in your chart. The main two luminaries in the astrology is sun and the moon. So we have the two cycles of the sun and moon, right? The Krishna side, which is going towards the waxing moon, the waning moon, and Shukla side, which is the waxing moon. So it goes between Amavasya and Purnima, the two cycles, 15 days of the moon cycles, ending in full moon and new moon respectively. So study the angles between sun and moon and why this is important. It is not almost, it is distinguishing between the soul, that is your sun, and the moon, that is your mind. What is the distance, so to speak, angular distance between your mind and your soul? That is the study of Panchanga. And it starts with the Vara, as you have seen in this playlist. This whole playlist, I'm sticking this video there. The entire playlist of Panchanga, including all the case studies of celebrities to help you understand that better, how it plays out or played out in their lives, is to see which day of the week a person was born, that is the Vara, then the Tithi, Yoga, and Karana, which is the manifestation of the angles between the sun and the moon, and then finally the ascendant nakshatra. These are the five elements: the Vara, the Tithi, Yoga, Karan, and the nakshatra. Ascendant nakshatra is what I am considering for the purposes of these studies. So always study the Panchanga elements first and then move on to the nakshatra part and the other playlists. Okay. Then move on to the subconscious part, because the Panchanga elements are, in my opinion, at least what I have seen, the most neglected part of Vedic astrology. And it's probably one of the most important guidelines, because the Panchanga element as it is in your chart is for your life. It is not dependent on Mahadashas. It is not dependent on specific time periods in your life. It is throughout your life. Doesn't matter which dasha you're running or what planets are in your chart and how they are positioned. This is the Panchanga importance. So the self as personality first do the Panchanga analysis and then move on to the subconscious and the NLP and the eclectic astrology part of the channel. Okay. Make sure you do that first. Take care. Watch this entire series. I hope you take notes. I hope you learn a lot. And if you are having something which you want me to bring forth with the podcast, just put it in the community tab. Take care. Be safe.
Conscious Astrology, Integrating Yoga Shukla Yoga. Hi, welcome to Consciousness Podcasts. In this season, we analyze the Hindu Vedic calendar system of Panchanga with respect to consciousness principles. We continue with yoga, the quality aspect, which plays a crucial role in understanding the deeper forces shaping how we navigate life, relationships, and challenges. Today, we explore Shukla Yoga. Let us begin. Shukla Yoga Overview. What is Shukla Yoga? Shukla Yoga, meaning brightness or purity, represents clarity, enlightenment, and spiritual awakening. Individuals born under this yoga are often blessed with optimism, purity of thought, and a deep sense of purpose. They have a natural affinity for truth, wisdom, and self-improvement. However, their quest for purity and perfection can sometimes make them overly idealistic, judgmental, or prone to dissatisfaction when life doesn't meet their high standards. Personality traits. Shukla-born individuals are optimistic, sincere, and spiritually inclined. They excel in roles that require clarity of thought, ethics, and leadership, such as teaching, counseling, writing, and community service. Their love for wisdom and their desire to uplift others often make them role models. However, their high expectations for themselves and others can lead to disappointment and isolation if not managed with compassion and flexibility. Positive traits: honest, optimistic, and spiritually aware, committed to truth, justice, and personal growth, resilient in their pursuit of wisdom and enlightenment. Challenges: prone to idealism and perfectionism, may become self-critical or judgmental of others. Imperfections: can struggle with finding contentment in an imperfect world. Consciousness principles for navigating Shukla Yoga. 1. Consciousness thrives in acceptance, not perfection. Consciousness finds peace in accepting life's imperfections while striving for improvement. Application: Shukla-born individuals may struggle with accepting flaws in themselves and others. Consciousness invites them to embrace imperfection as part of life's growth. Reflect on moments where embracing imperfections led to unexpected joy or progress. Use affirmations such as, "I embrace growth, not perfection." Practice self-compassion by acknowledging strengths alongside areas for improvement. 2. Consciousness expands through compassion, not judgment. Consciousness grows stronger when individuals lead with empathy rather than harsh judgment. Application: Shukla individuals may become judgmental when others don't meet their standards. Consciousness encourages them to practice compassion and understanding. Pause and reflect before making judgments about others' actions or choices. Engage in conversations that foster empathy and mutual respect. Use affirmations such as, "I lead with compassion and understanding." 3. Consciousness seeks clarity with flexibility, not rigidity. Consciousness integrates clarity of thought with flexibility in action. Application. Shukla-born individuals may cling to their ideals, becoming rigid in their approach. Consciousness invites them to balance clarity with adaptability. Reflect on how flexibility can enhance problem solving and collaboration. Practice reframing exercises to see situations from different perspectives. Use affirmations such as, I remain clear yet open to new possibilities. 4. Consciousness finds joy in presence, not just pursuit. Consciousness appreciates the present moment and finds joy in the journey, not just the destination. Application. Shukla individuals may become so focused on achieving goals that they miss the beauty of the present. Consciousness reminds them to celebrate the small moments. Practice mindfulness exercises such as observing surroundings or savoring meals. Keep a gratitude journal to capture daily moments of joy and peace. Use affirmations such as, I embrace the present while growing toward my goals. Suggested consciousness actions to overcome Shukla Yoga challenges. 1. Self-compassion reflection. Write down 3 positive qualities for each self-criticism to cultivate balance and self-love. 2. Empathy-building conversations. Choose one conversation each week to focus on active listening and understanding rather than correcting or advising. 3. Adaptability challenge. Set a goal to approach one task or decision each week with openness and flexibility. 4. Mindful gratitude ritual. Spend 5 minutes each evening reflecting on moments of joy, learning, or beauty from the day. By aligning with these consciousness-aligned actions, Shukla-born individuals can transform their pursuit of purity into a balanced approach that integrates compassion, adaptability, and self-acceptance. This allows them to lead with both wisdom and empathy, fostering meaningful connections and embracing life's imperfections with grace and gratitude. Conscious Astrology Integrating Yoga, Siddha Yoga. Hi, welcome to Consciousness Podcasts. In this season, we analyze the Hindu Vedic calendar system of Panchanga with respect to consciousness principles. We continue with yoga, the quality aspect, which plays a crucial role in understanding the deeper forces shaping how we navigate life, relationships, and challenges. Today, we explore Siddha Yoga. Let us begin. Siddha Yoga overview. What is Siddha Yoga? Siddha Yoga, meaning accomplished or perfected, represents mastery, success, and the realization of personal and spiritual goals. Individuals born under this yoga possess exceptional talents, wisdom, and the ability to manifest their visions into reality. They are naturally inclined toward leadership, spiritual growth, and achieving excellence in their chosen fields. However, their strong desire for success and recognition can sometimes lead to burnout, perfectionism, or over-reliance on external validation. Personality traits. Siddha-born individuals are ambitious, visionary, and action-oriented. They excel in fields that require creativity, strategy, and leadership, such as business, academia, arts, and spirituality. Their resilience and ability to overcome challenges often lead them to significant accomplishments. However, their high standards can make them prone to self-criticism, and they may struggle with feeling unfulfilled despite their success. Positive traits. Ambitious, determined, and goal-oriented. Visionary with the ability to manifest dreams into reality. Resilient and skilled at overcoming challenges. Challenges, prone to perfectionism and fear of failure, may struggle with finding contentment amid constant pursuit of success. Can experience burnout due to overworking and high expectations. Consciousness principles for navigating Siddha Yoga. 1. Consciousness thrives in purpose, not perfection. Consciousness values purpose-driven action rather than striving for flawless results. Application? Siddha-born individuals may focus excessively on achieving perfection, leading to stress and dissatisfaction. Consciousness encourages them to embrace meaningful progress over perfection. Reflect on the purpose behind tasks to ensure they align with personal values. Use affirmations such as, I am fulfilled by progress, not just perfection. Engage in mindful practices that emphasize the joy of the journey rather than the outcome. 2. Consciousness expands through gratitude, not just achievement. Consciousness finds fulfillment in gratitude and self-worth beyond accomplishments. Application. Siddha individuals may tie their self-worth to their achievements. Consciousness invites them to cultivate gratitude for their intrinsic value rather than external success. Keep a gratitude journal to list achievements and personal qualities that bring pride. Reflect on moments of growth, both big and small, that contributed to personal evolution. Use affirmations such as, I am worthy, regardless of outcomes. 3. Consciousness seeks balance between ambition and rest. Consciousness sustains long-term success through rest and rejuvenation. Application. Siddha-born individuals may push themselves relentlessly in pursuit of their goals, leading to burnout. Consciousness reminds them to honor rest as an essential part of success. Schedule intentional rest breaks during work to recharge and maintain focus. Incorporate calming activities such as yoga or meditation into daily routines. Use affirmations such as, rest empowers my strength and resilience. Consciousness finds joy in self-acceptance, not external validation. Consciousness embraces self-worth and contentment without seeking constant validation from others. Application. Siddha-born individuals may seek approval or recognition as a measure of success. Consciousness invites them to cultivate self-acceptance and inner peace. Reflect on intrinsic motivations for pursuing goals rather than external validation. Practice self-affirmation by acknowledging strengths and contributions daily. Use affirmations such as, I am enough just as I am. Suggested consciousness actions to overcome Siddha Yoga challenges. 1. Gratitude reflection. Spend 5 minutes daily writing about moments of growth and lessons learned to reinforce appreciation. 2. Rest and renewal ritual. Dedicate 15 minutes daily to a calming activity that nurtures mental and emotional well-being. 3. Self-worth journal. Write 3 intrinsic qualities that reflect your value beyond accomplishments. 4. Mindful goal setting. Set goals that prioritize joy and fulfillment alongside achievement. By aligning with these consciousness-aligned actions, Siddha-born individuals can transform their ambition and drive into a balanced approach that nurtures purpose, self-acceptance, and gratitude. This allows them to achieve meaningful success while cultivating inner peace and joy in the present moment, leading to holistic growth and fulfillment. Conscious Astrology, Integrating Yoga. Hi, welcome to Consciousness Podcasts. In this season, we analyze the Hindu Vedic calendar system of Panchanga with respect to consciousness principles. We continue with yoga, the quality aspect, which plays a crucial role in understanding the deeper forces shaping how we navigate life, relationships, and challenges. Today, we explore Vaidhrti Yoga. Let us begin. What is Vaidhrti Yoga? Vaidhrti Yoga, meaning separation or tension, represents opposing forces, internal conflict, and the challenge of balancing extremes. Individuals born under this yoga often experience situations that test their patience, resilience, and sense of inner harmony. They are drawn to roles that require problem solving, mediation, and balance. However, the pull between opposing choices or emotions can lead to indecision, emotional strain, and a feeling of being stuck. Personality traits. Vaidhriti-born individuals are insightful, resilient, and skilled at navigating complexities. They excel in roles that require negotiation, strategic thinking, and diplomacy, such as law, counseling, and business. Their ability to hold space for multiple perspectives often makes them peacemakers in challenging situations. However, their tendency to internalize conflicts or suppress their true feelings can lead to emotional fatigue and feelings of isolation. Positive traits. Analytical, insightful, and solution-oriented, resilient and composed under pressure, diplomatic and skilled at balancing opposing viewpoints. Challenges. Prone to emotional tension and internal conflict, may struggle with indecision and overthinking, can experience emotional detachment or burnout due to constant problem solving. Consciousness principles for navigating Vaidhriti Yoga. 1. Consciousness seeks harmony, not suppression. Consciousness thrives when opposing emotions or situations are integrated rather than suppressed. Application. Vaidhriti-born individuals may suppress their emotions to avoid confronting difficult truths. Consciousness invites them to embrace all aspects of their feelings and find harmony within. Practice journaling about conflicting emotions to understand and integrate them. Use affirmations such as, I create harmony by embracing my whole self. Reflect on past moments where acknowledging emotions led to healing and clarity. 2. Consciousness expands through decisive action, not overthinking. Consciousness finds clarity in thoughtful but timely decisions rather than endless deliberation. Application. Vaidhrti individuals may become stuck in cycles of overthinking and indecision. Consciousness encourages them to trust their intuition and take action. Set time limits for decision making to prevent prolonged indecisiveness. Reflect on instances where taking action, even imperfectly, led to growth. Use affirmations such as, I trust my decisions and move forward with confidence. 3. Consciousness finds strength in connection, not isolation. Consciousness grows when individuals seek support and connection rather than bearing burdens alone. Application. Vaidhriti-born individuals may isolate themselves, feeling they must resolve conflicts on their own. Consciousness reminds them that connection strengthens resilience. Reach out to trusted friends or mentors for support during times of tension. Engage in collaborative activities that foster teamwork and reduce isolation. Use affirmations such as, I find strength in sharing my challenges with others. 4. Consciousness thrives in balance, not extremes. Consciousness integrates opposites and finds peace in balance rather than swinging between extremes. Application. Vaidhriti individuals may oscillate between extremes, such as overworking and complete withdrawal. Consciousness invites them to cultivate steady routines that promote balance. Incorporate daily rituals that balance work and rest, such as scheduled breaks. Reflect on how small, consistent habits create lasting balance. Use affirmations such as, I thrive in balanced action and rest. Suggested consciousness actions to overcome Vaidhriti Yoga challenges. 1. Emotional integration journal. Write down conflicting feelings and reflect on ways to integrate them without judgment. 2. Decisive action challenge. Choose one decision each day and commit to making it within a set time frame to build confidence. 3. Support network practice. Schedule regular check-ins with a trusted person to share challenges and gain perspective. 4. Balance ritual. Dedicate time each day to an activity that restores equilibrium, such as meditation, nature walks, or mindful breathing. By aligning with these consciousness-aligned actions, Vaidhriti-born individuals can transform their internal tensions into a balanced approach that fosters clarity, resilience, and meaningful connections. This allows them to navigate life's complexities with grace, cultivate inner peace, and create harmony in both their personal and professional lives. Conscious Astrology, Integrating Yoga, Varana Yoga. Hi, welcome to Consciousness Podcasts. In this season, we analyze the Hindu Vedic calendar system of Panchanga with respect to consciousness principles. We continue with yoga, the quality aspect, which plays a crucial role in understanding the deeper forces shaping how we navigate life, relationships, and challenges. Today, we explore Varana Yoga. Let us begin. Varana Yoga, Overyana Yoga. Varana Yoga, meaning comfort or journey, represents movement, exploration, and the pursuit of comfort and luxury. Individuals born under this yoga possess a natural curiosity and a desire for adventure, freedom, and self-discovery. They are driven by the need for experiences that enrich their lives emotionally, intellectually, and materially. However, their pursuit of comfort and new experiences can sometimes lead to restlessness, avoidance of responsibilities, or difficulty committing to long-term goals. Personality traits. Variana-born individuals are adventurous, optimistic, and adaptable. They excel in careers that involve travel, exploration, and creativity, such as tourism, writing, teaching, or entrepreneurship. Their ability to embrace new opportunities makes them inspiring and open-minded individuals. However, their love for change and novelty can lead to a lack of stability or follow-through, as they may become easily bored or overwhelmed by the mundane aspects of life. Positive traits: adaptable, curious, and adventurous, enthusiastic and open to new opportunities, optimistic and resilient. Challenges. Prone to restlessness and difficulty committing to long term goals. May avoid uncomfortable responsibilities in pursuit of ease. Can become distracted by too many interests or plans. Consciousness principles for navigating Varana Yoga. 1. Consciousness seeks stability amid exploration. Consciousness thrives when curiosity is balanced with stability and a sense of purpose. Variana born individuals may jump from one experience to another, avoiding long term commitments. Consciousness encourages them to anchor their exploration with meaningful goals. Reflect on how new experiences contribute to long term growth rather than temporary excitement. Use affirmations such as, I find joy in both exploration and commitment. Create a balance between spontaneity and structured routines. 2. Consciousness expands through intentional growth, not escape. Consciousness enjoys novelty, but seeks intentional experiences rather than distractions from responsibilities. Application. Variana individuals may use travel or change as a way to escape responsibilities. Consciousness invites them to engage in intentional experiences that foster true growth. Identify motivations behind spontaneous decisions to ensure they align with personal priorities. Use affirmations such as, I embrace adventure as a path to growth, not escape. Practice mindful decision making to avoid impulsive distractions. 3. Consciousness thrives in contentment, not just pursuit. Consciousness integrates ambition with contentment by appreciating the present moment. Application. Variana born individuals may constantly seek the next best thing, missing the value of what they have. Consciousness reminds them to cultivate gratitude for their current blessings. Practice a daily gratitude ritual to foster appreciation for the present. Reflect on moments of joy that came from simple, everyday experiences. Use affirmations such as, I find joy in my present journey. 4. Consciousness seeks responsibility as a source of freedom. Consciousness understands that fulfilling responsibilities creates long-term freedom and peace of mind. Application. Variana individuals may avoid responsibilities they perceive as limiting. Consciousness encourages them to see responsibility as a path to sustainable freedom. Break down responsibilities into smaller, manageable steps to reduce overwhelm. Reflect on how completing commitments enhances long-term opportunities. Use affirmations such as, I create freedom by honoring my responsibilities. Suggested consciousness actions to overcome Variana Yoga challenges. 1. Mindful goal setting. Set both short-term and long-term goals that balance exploration with commitment. 2. Gratitude practice. List 3 things daily that bring joy and contentment to the present moment. 3. Responsibility ritual. Dedicate a specific time each day to address pending responsibilities with focus and ease. 4. Intentional breaks. Schedule adventure or rest periods as rewards for completing important tasks to reinforce responsibility and relaxation. By aligning with these consciousness-aligned actions, Variana-born individuals can transform their adventurous nature into a balanced approach that nurtures both exploration and stability. This allows them to experience meaningful growth, enjoy life's journeys, and cultivate lasting peace and fulfillment in both their pursuits and their present. Conscious Astrology, Integrating Yoga, Vyatipata Yoga. Hi, welcome to Consciousness Podcasts. In this season, we analyze the Hindu Vedic calendar system of Panchanga with respect to consciousness principles. We continue with yoga, the quality aspect, which plays a crucial role in understanding the deeper forces shaping how we navigate life, relationships, and challenges. Today, we explore Vyatipata Yoga. Let us begin. Vyatipata Yoga overview. What is Vyatipata Yoga? Vyatipata Yoga, meaning misfortune or disruption, represents sudden changes, upheavals, and transformational experiences. Individuals born under this yoga often experience extreme highs and lows in life and are familiar with uncertainty and chaos. However, they also possess immense resilience, adaptability, and a profound ability to bring harmony out of disorder. Their journey is one of turning setbacks into stepping stones for personal and spiritual evolution. Personality traits. Vyatipata-born individuals are intense, perceptive, and resourceful. They thrive in unpredictable environments and excel at crisis management. making them valuable in roles such as counseling, leadership, emergency services, and social activism. They are natural problem solvers who rise stronger after setbacks. However, their exposure to instability can lead to mistrust, emotional detachment, or feeling overwhelmed by life's unpredictability. Positive traits: resilient, resourceful, and adaptable, skilled at finding solutions in chaotic situations, introspective and spiritually inclined. Challenges: prone to anxiety due to sudden disruptions, may struggle with trusting others or opening up emotionally, can experience emotional exhaustion or burnout. Consciousness principles for navigating Vyatipata Yoga. 1. Consciousness finds strength in flow, not resistance. Consciousness thrives when individuals surrender to life's natural flow rather than resisting changes. Application: Vyatipata born individuals may become overwhelmed by their need to regain control during chaotic times. Consciousness encourages them to embrace change and trust the process. Reflect on past situations where surrender led to unexpected growth. Use affirmations such as, I flow with life's changes and trust the journey. Practice letting go meditations to release attachment to specific outcomes. 2. Consciousness expands through emotional grounding. Consciousness remains calm and centered, even amid life's upheavals. Application: Vyatipata individuals may feel emotionally scattered when faced with disruptions. Consciousness invites them to cultivate grounding practices for emotional resilience. Engage in grounding exercises such as walking barefoot on grass or mindful breathing. Reflect on moments where staying calm enhanced their ability to navigate challenges. Use affirmations such as, I am grounded and steady, no matter the storm. 3. Consciousness seeks trust in connection, not isolation. Consciousness finds strength in meaningful connections and trusts the support of others. Application: Vyatipata born individuals may withdraw emotionally, fearing betrayal or judgment. Consciousness encourages them to foster trust and seek support during difficult times. Reach out to a trusted friend or mentor when facing emotional overwhelm. Practice vulnerability by sharing concerns and fears in safe spaces. Use affirmations such as, I am safe and supported in my connections. 4. Consciousness finds purpose in transformation. Consciousness views setbacks as opportunities for transformation and self-mastery. Application: Vyatipata born individuals may see disruptions as misfortunes rather than chances for renewal. Consciousness invites them to reframe challenges as catalysts for growth. Journal about lessons learned from recent challenges and how they contributed to personal growth. Reflect on how adversity has shaped resilience and wisdom. Use affirmations such as, I transform challenges into opportunities for growth. Suggested consciousness actions to overcome Vyatipata Yoga challenges. 1. Letting go meditation. Spend 10 minutes visualizing the release of control over a current challenge and embracing peace. 2. Grounding ritual. Incorporate grounding exercises, such as deep breathing or time in nature, to stay centered during chaotic situations. 3. Trust building exercise. Share a personal story or concern with someone trusted to foster emotional connection and reduce isolation. 4. Transformation journal. Write about a recent disruption and list the strengths or lessons gained from it to reframe the experience as growth. By aligning with these consciousness-aligned actions, Vyatipata-born individuals can transform their resilience into a balanced approach that fosters calm, adaptability, and purpose. This allows them to navigate life's disruptions with grace, turning setbacks into opportunities for personal evolution and meaningful connection.